Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with a new video on Counter Side. So in today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is how I managed to have 32 million credits and what I have done in the game to get myself that much credits, or how I reached that point. And I'll also talk about certain stuff that I made in my previous video and hopefully clarify a few issues that people had with that video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Counter Side. Let's get to 5k subscribers. At 5k subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, so definitely stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get right into the video. So first of all, 32 million, that is a lot. I have seen a lot of people's account, they don't have that many. They have like 7k or no, 7 million or like 5 million credits. But as you can see, I have a substantial amount. So how did I do it? First of all, we'll go over to our operations. Now, the main place I have been farming for credits has been free contract free. This actually ties in with what I said in my previous video where I went over which place you guys should be farming, and I said you shouldn't farm military supply acquisitions. Now, I did receive a comment saying that, well, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. Many people should farm that place. Well, if you think about it, it isn't as good to farm in this section than in the other section, which I'll talk about. So if you are trying to farm for credits and some tier 5 modes, many people will definitely recommend you going over to here, because as you can see, if you press this, you get some tier 5 modes, you get some advanced gear materials, you also get a drop with tier 4, and yeah, it seems very, very good, and it's also a good way to get credit. However, if you are going to compare that with free contract free, which is where I actually recommend you guys to farm if you want to get some tier 5 modes or to get some credits, this will probably be the best place to do it. That's why I recommend you guys not farming on that section. Now, the benefit from farming in the military supply stuff is it's fast. Literally, the only reason it's fast, and you get one extra tier 5 mode. That is the only reason why you would actually want to farm here. But in my opinion, if you take a look at the operation cost for the stamina, 650, comparing it to the 500 and something, it's much cheaper and more cost effective to actually go into here and start farming for tier 5 modes and stuff. In fact, you also get some additional stuff. You get a lot more credit. When I say a lot more credit, you get about, well, it depends on how many teams you put. So if you guys don't know, the amount of credits you get is dependent on the amount of XP you get. If you put 4 teams here, you're going to actually get more credits, if I am correct. But if you go over, so that's about how many characters is in squads. Actually, let's go and take a look at that. So if you wanted to farm these stages, I don't have any teams available to do this except 2 or 3, but I'm unable to do that. So there is 8 characters per team, or per squad, sorry. If you decide to put 4 teams in, you're going to be getting 82 characters inside your match, and with that, the amount of XP you can actually gain is going to be increased, and in fact, you can actually carry on leveling up your characters. So I wanted to make a separate video going over how I leveled up my characters straight away or fast, because within 2 days I was able to level out a brand new character to level 100, and it was actually pretty quick. This is the main reason why, because you can literally put 4 teams, fill your teams with different characters who are not max level. You should be earning enough passive XP from here, and the amount of XP you get increases the amount of credits you get. So that's why I recommend you guys farming here. It does take a long time. Per match is about 10 minutes, so for one round of this is 10 minutes, whilst if you go over to the military contract, it actually is just about like 1 minute, under 1 minute. So I do understand why people say you can farm here to get some tier 5 modes, but trust me, it's not worth it. Go over to, I mean, if you want to save some time, then go ahead and do that. But at the same time, if you're gonna go to sleep and you want to farm, just leave your phone on and wake up, and everything should be done, and you're farmed. You've gotten more credits, you've gotten yourself some appraisal stuff, so it's much better. So just to clarify that, and actually with the amount of credits you get over here, it's actually a lot. So within each run I do about 32 runs on task 3. Well, not every day, I do more than that every day, and I'm able to get, I believe, more than 2 million credits a day. Now, every time I level up a character, I spend about 2 million or 3 million on that character, get them all the way to level 80, and then with that I earn passive XP by just putting them into this and then gaining some XP. So right now, the main character I'm actually wanting to work on is the twin characters. So I've actually worked on 2 characters already, which was Rosaria. Got her to level 98. I got my awakened unit. If I go over to Hildy, so level 100 by doing that. Now the next unit I want to work on is going to be her. So by doing this, if I go to sleep and I farm this, I'll get some XP and I'll get a ton of credits. So amazing place to farm. So if you guys do want to get a lot of credits, definitely the best place to do that is free over free. But still, that doesn't explain me having 32 credits. Well, that's just because I mainly focus on this place. If you're farming for credits, just focus on farming for credits. Don't try and switch it out. So if let's say you want to level up your characters, then focus on getting ATP cores. If that's what you do have to do. Now, a lot of people do say, well, don't farm for ATP cores, don't buy simulation tickets. That is wrong. If you're gonna reduce your progress by not spending a little bit of quartz just to increase the amount of ATP cores, then I think it's just literally hurting your play. You're just hurting yourself. Now, I do understand as a free-to-play player, you do want to save your quartz. You don't want to spend it too much, but still. But if you're saving your quartz to that extent that you're not going to buy some simulation tickets just to get extra ATP cores to level up your characters, you're literally hurting yourself. So yeah, buy 1 simulation ticket a day is not going to hurt you if you're free to play. Obviously with refreshing store, it's up to you, but at the same time I also still recommend you guys refreshing your store. Yes, you don't have to do it 5 out of 5 every single day, but still being able to do it at least a couple of times should be very, very good for free-to-play players. The amount of resources you get over here just is like amazing. You can get some binaries over here, normal ship schematics, which you can change into some special ship schematics. You get some ATP cores, some basic training data. It's not like you're wasting your 15 quartz. You're actually getting a lot of resources by just spending 15. So I do understand free-to-play players don't want to spend a lot on their stuff, but at the same time, just don't be stingy like that. Also with the start of the game, so the first week of the game, I did spend a little bit of my quartz to get some stamina as well. Don't recommend doing that, especially if you're free to play. In my last video as well, I did talk about spending your quartz to buy some stamina, which I didn't say that you have to. I just said that if you wanted to do if you wanted your progress to be faster, then spending your quartz to get some stamina would be a better choice to do that, I guess. But obviously I don't do that every single day. If you go over to mine, if I wanted to buy it, as you can see, I haven't done it. That's just because I don't really lack stamina at this point. I have a lot of resources. The only resources I'm lacking right now is ATP core or some skill books. And yeah. So yeah, that was just me clarifying it, as well as going over ways to get more credits. So that's technically what I've done so far to level up my characters and to get myself a ton of credits. You guys are probably doing the same thing, but still wondering why you don't have a lot. Well, obviously don't just use your credits on every single characters you get. Still try and save it. With the event we got last week or 2 weeks ago, I was able to farm a lot there. That was the best place to actually farm credits. All you have to go is go into the exchange, and you got a ton of if you go over there, credits. So that's how I actually got a lot. Every single day I got 3 million by just doing this, which is very, very good. That's how I got 32 million credits. Hopefully I clarified loads of this stuff I talked about in my previous video. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.